Hey guys, what's up? I'm here to give you guys a recap on the new episode of Shingeki no Kyojin, the final season, which is on episode 9 or episode 68 of the overall total number of episodes. Anyways, this episode right here, I thought it was really nice and good, and we get to know a very big reason around here and there. And of course, I want to talk about the big analysis of what Eren did here and there, since I think this is the last episode of the Marley arc, if I remember correctly. I mean, when it came to the manga here and there, etc., it did end off like in the Marley arc with this kind of episode or the chapter. So if anything else, let's just get this started. We have to it that Armin is talking to someone and decides to bring up the story of what happened 3 years ago. We have to it that we have some Marley scout ships coming by, and they got attacked by Eren's Titan, and they try to talk to them about the situation here and there. Then we get to know that Hanji, Levi are surprised about the technology they have here and there, and we get to know about the numbers of Marley themselves, about having like a lot of Titans, a lot of men, over 1 million, or at least 1 million if anything, and many battleships here and there that gives them the big advantage. But we also get to know about like they could have at least like make an attack on Paradis Island, They could have. They really could have. When Hanji was asking Yelena and Oyakapane about the situation, why couldn't Marley attack us recently, It's like this. They had pure Titans on the land of Paradis, and that would just hinder the ground force attacks. And the second reason, even though they had artillery attacks, they're already at war with multiple countries, And that's bad news for them, because when other countries found out that they don't have like the colossal titan, the female titan, etc., and they lost those two powers, that gave them the chance to give attack on Marley, the nation itself. If you guys remember correctly, I mean, like, yeah, we all know Marley is a very powerful nation with the titans here and there, but with people making anti-titan weaponry, that gives them the big advantage to like knock them out, or say, oh, you're not in power no more, that kind of thing, etc. It's like this, like if you find out a country or a continent, for example, etc., that really has no military power, doesn't have a lot of military power, this will give another rivalry nation or country or another army from another continent or nation whatsoever, faction, whichever one you want to call it, sorry for being confusing, give them a chance to like, okay, we're going to take you out for good, we're done with you, etc. And we see to it as the episode continues on, we get to see how like Levi Hanji is talking with everybody from the walls and the freaking like officers here and there about the situation. And we have to it that Eren confessed that like he remembers using the founding titan when he attacked Dina Fritz that was a titan, And of course Levi gets upset about this and says, hey, why didn't you mention this earlier? And Eren's like, I was concerned about Historia's safety, That aside, I know it's not an excuse, but I didn't want to have to put herself in danger and want her to become a titan, and because of that, etc. And we have to that Levi's like, well, we'll talk about it later, we'll get to the situation when the time presents itself. And we have to it that when it comes to like Niccolo, he was like somewhat of a spotlight character for Sasha because Sasha loves his food, and Niccolo seemed to be happy about that, and he blushed about it. And everyone else actually loved Niccolo's freaking cooking cuisines, which I thought was really nice and good. And of course, there was a scene between Mikasa, Armin, and Eren talking to each other about the situation, I mean, like, Armin believes we just need more time in order for people to understand that we're not scary people, If we use something that could be deadly or dangerous, etc., such as the rumbling, which was mentioned when it came to Hanji, Eren, and everyone else talking with each other in the walls at a political meeting, about the situation. If we use that, we will really become labeled as devils because we're already considered dangerous from the beginning, Although Eren agrees that we need more time, but that did not become the case, however. I mean, like, if you guys remember correctly, like, Eren made that freaking nasty war zone here and there happening. But we have to it that we go back to present time where, like, that Sasha is being mourned upon by her comrades, and Niccolo, it mourns Sasha's death, including Sasha's parents, and, some little girl that's like familiar with Sasha, which I'm pretty sure we all know who that girl is, And we see to it, of course, that Zeke talks to Levi, and they end up having a very nasty have a really tense standoff against each other in a carriage, Which I don't blame Levi being very freaking hostile at Zeke and staring at him, keeping his eye on him, Because think about it. I mean, Zeke is the one responsible for killing almost the entirety of the scouts in season 3. Not to mention he killed Irvin, etc. And what else? What else? He has the ability to transform into a Titan, and then he is responsible, as they say, that Zeke Yeager is responsible for turning Titans of the Citizens and Rakugo into like monstrous beings, which is revealed, etc. That aside, Zeke is really starting. Like, having Zeke in your home base is already, like, troubling, which is only natural to be cautious. Even Yelena, along with Oya Kapan and her followers, gave him some serums of Titan so they could use it, although reproducing is going to be troubling here and there. And we have to it that Pixie's like, hey, why should it even matter? I know what we're doing is really bad to you right now, but please overlook our cautiousness. This is what we believe is the right thing to do. Which Yelena says, hey, I get it. I understand. So there's no need for you to apologize about the situation, even though we helped you for 3 years, And we have to it that Armin concludes his story to Annie that he was talking to underground about the situation. I mean, we had no other choice, And there was no other choice. I mean, we'll get to that just a moment after I finish the recap, and I'll give you guys my analysis of the Marley arc along with Eren's choices, We have to that the episode ends off having to see Mikasa saying, fight or die. Live and survive. And Eren's like, fight. No matter what, fight to survive. Fight, hesitate, or die, that kind of thing. Eren was trying to tell himself that no matter what he has done, no matter what has happened to him, he has to keep moving forward and keep fighting, That is the only option he has left. And preview of next episode is called Sound Argument. Now, since this is the last episode of the Marley arc, I think it might be better to give an analysis of Eren's actions in Marley, Now, a lot of people may suggest that what Eren did was really ridiculous and really stupid, I can't believe he really did that. But a lot of people argue back, and I have to agree with them at the same time, but I can understand where they're coming from, So I'm trying to understand both sides, etc. Let's not forget why Eren did all that in the Marley arc. Willy Tybur, right? He was trying to unite the entire world against Paradis Island with no compromise. He never offered compromise. The moment he declared war, everybody was already there. And even though, many people say, well, Eren didn't have to make the first attack. Since he made the first attack, that gave him a good reason to, attack. Why they consider Paradis, all the devils on the island, that needs to be eliminated from the world. Yeah, but still, I mean, did you see Willy Tybur want to make compromise? He just said, okay, we're going to declare war, let's destroy Paradis Island and Eren Yeager. And they pointed him as the main culprit of everything, They call him the usurper, which they don't even know the entire full story. So I don't know which side is really correct on, but you have to understand, man. Willy Tybur just gotten information that Eren got the Founding Titan. They think that he took the freaking Founding Titan power by force. They never bothered to even ask him the questions. They never even bothered to actually make any compromising. So yeah, what can Eren do? Even if he showed himself out there, it's not like they're going to let him go. They're going to kill him right off the bat and still commit war to Paradis Island, A lot of people have been mentioning, the moment Willy Tybur just unite the world, and due to the fact that it was fame and all that, not to mention making Eren Yeager the criminal bad guy whatsoever, etc. And he never offered compromise. He never said, oh, if we could avoid war, if we can make a compromising situation. But no. Willy Tybur says, oh, we're just going to declare war. So Eren did what he had to do. Make the first move in the war. I mean, I can understand where many people are coming from, but we have to understand from Eren's point of view too. I'm pretty sure Eren would love to have a peaceful solution, but what Willy Tybur did, like I said, the Tybur family whatsoever, there was no way to make any compromising, It felt like it was impossible. No matter how much, as many people don't want to see bloodshed and war, yeah, like I said, there's a lot of things that Willy Tybur doesn't understand or know. Even Eren, even if he gave himself up and explained the situation, no one's gonna believe him. Yeah, so. Yeah, it's like all both sides. It's like everything everywhere right now, with what's going on. I mean, Willy Tybur or just Marley entirely united the world against Paradis, and they're gonna go to war by saying, oh, we're gonna destroy your butt, bye whatsoever. Okay, so what other option do they have, you know? And I can understand why Armin and everyone else is mad at Eren for what he did, because he just made the whole world go against Paradis, and they're gonna be the #1 target to be wiped out on the map or wiped out of history, you know? And as they say, history is written by the living, but they just don't understand the situation, and that is the bad thing too. So, yeah, but what I can understand why Eren's friends and everyone else, Hanji, Levi, and everyone else is mad at Eren, you know, for what he's done was really understandable. But hey, man, Willie Tybur and Marley just declared war on Paradis and united the whole world against them, you know? How in the world are you going to make any compromising, peaceful solution? Even Armin agreed they had no other choice. And that is the truth. I mean, what Armin did, he destroyed the port, killed civilians, killed army men, everybody, you know? He did all that because they would have made a counterattack on them, which is pretty much true. So what other option do you have? I mean, like I said, what Eren did in the Marley arc, you know, it could go back and forth with what people are saying. So a lot of people say like Eren could have waited. Maybe he could have made a compromising situation. Maybe used a rumbling. But hey, man, that only labels them to be dangerous from the beginning anyway because of what Willie Tybur did in his speech. You know, uniting the world. You know, he never offered any compromising. He says, "Oh, I want to eliminate all of Paradis. This is a declaration of war now, baby." So what other option did they have, you know? Even if they wanted peace and they want to do this in the right solution and want to do this in a peaceful way without losing a lot of blood or having any bloodshed, Willie Tybur or Marley says, "Nope, we're just going to say, oh, everybody, listen here. We're going to tell you the real truth and we got to destroy Paradis Island." So, is there any compromising of peaceful solutions there? Even if there is, I highly doubt they would even want to listen anyway. So, just saying, man. I mean, like, Eren's actions in the Marley arc, like, might be a little extreme, but you have to understand where this is coming, where all this is going, you know? If they wanted to talk this out, they could have talked this out. It would have been really easy and simple, but, you know, as they say, ignorant and never understanding the full story of what happened here and there is everybody's own entirely fault. But whatever the case may be, you know, I mean, it is what it is. We have to accept what it is and why Eren did what he had to do. I mean, like I said, Willie Tybur and Marley just literally announced and united the whole world against Paradis and wants to destroy them. What's Eren supposed to do? Say, hey, can we just talk this out? No. That Willie Tybur or Marley never offered any compromising peaceful solutions. They never did. And if they did, there could have been another way, but they didn't. So, yeah, whose fault is it really? Guess we could talk and debate about that down the road, you know? Tell me what you guys thought, you know? So, not too bad of an episode, and way how it ended off in the Marley arc. Looking forward to the next arc, which will become very, very tense. So, prepare your seatbelts, people, because the next big event is gonna make you launch yourself out of your chair. So, until then, I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm Alpha Zero. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time, alright? Peace out. Bye-bye. Ta-ta-da!